Hello there, I'm Lloyd Evans and you're watching the John Cedars channel from the bunker, and I'm very pleased because this is my second ever bunker interview with a dear friend, Edwin, who has come all the way from Poland with his lovely wife Sara, who we've just spoken to in the previous interview. You'll hopefully have seen that already. If you've not seen that interview, please do check it out. But Edwin is Sara's husband.
Yes, I'm Sara's husband.
And I thought, well, why not have you in the bunker as well to hear your side of things? So thank you very much for joining me.
I'm really thankful and I really appreciate that I'm here.
Well, you're one of only a very small number. In fact, have there ever been any other XJWs come here? Maybe less than a handful have been here, so you're one of the first. So yeah, we were talking, Sara and I, about something's happened in Poland. In 2009 the peak publishers were 126,000, and by 2018 they dropped to 116,000. So you guys lost 10,000 publishers in 9 years. So what are your theories as to why that happened?
Everybody has their own theories. So there are a lot of activities work in Poland. I think.
You mean activism?
Yes, I mean activism with anti-JW stuffs. So there are a lot of manifestation next to the convention objects.
So demonstrations.
Yes,
yeah.
Kind of demonstrations, yes. And also a lot of work with posters, flyers, and some brothers printed about 200,000 flyers, and they just preach with them from door to door. So it's pretty good work with that. I don't know what to say.
It's okay. So, but surely, just playing devil's advocate, has that been happening for the last 9 years, or is that a fairly recent thing where people have been printing the flyers and doing the protests? It seems difficult to imagine that 10,000 publishers have left as a result purely of that. There must be other factors as well.
I can't clearly tell you what is the most important reason. But I think it's not most important to do everything, but it's important to do something.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people which just do something, talk to others, just talk about their doubts. So maybe it's encourage someone to do something.
Yeah.
So my friend tell me about one kind of demonstration with that posters in public communication in Warsaw, capital of Poland. And after few months, maybe, I don't remember, but it's not important. One woman who was Jehovah's Witnesses, she talked with him that one little poster was her first contact with apostate material.
Wow!
So it was just a poster about the truth about the truth. It was advertisement of one of website apostate materials. There is that website. I can tell the address. So
yeah, Sarah's gonna hit me up with a bunch of websites that I'm gonna put links to. So it was to one of these websites in Polish.
Yes, it's in Polish.
Yeah.
And on that website there are a lot of materials about the worst lies Jehovah's Witnesses organization. So there you can find the truth about the truth. It's very popular word. TTA, TT.
I'm making a film with that very title, in
Yes.
fact. So yeah.
Also in Polish there are few channels on YouTube. One of them has the name. It's called TTATT, but in Polish.
Oh wow,
So,
cool.
I watched it for a few months, and it also helped me, like your channel, to sort out thoughts in my mind. So it's very helpful to just tell other peoples about organization lies and just inform others.
Sure. So what I'm learning is that there've been public demonstrations. There've been people handing out flyers. I think tens of thousands of flyers. You mentioned one individual handing out. There've been posters in public places, and there have been activists with websites and YouTube channels. So basically, like a full-on attack almost on the organization, and it does seem to be reaping results when people are that committed. I mean, if when you leave the organization, you wake up just one person and everyone were to do that, it would just be a domino effect, wouldn't it?
Yes. When I was JW, I had one problem with myself, because I had some studies and I didn't bring anyone to organization. And it was really hard to me, because I thought about myself that I am not good worker with, and I'm not good preacher. Yes. But this year, my mother said me that she was inactive, and when I was 6 or 7, I encouraged her to become inactive again. So now it's really hard to me to accept that, but now she's inactive again because of me, because I talked with her, just made the conversation with her, and I helped her to wake up. So I wanted to tell that we have to talk to each other and just tell them about JW's lies, about the truth, and now I am really satisfied, because I told you that I didn't bring anyone to organization except my mom, but it doesn't matter. But when I had the doubts, then I talked with the other people, and they just leave organization, because I showed them that there are so many problems. For example, with mentality issues with women and other problems. So they started searching information. So as you said, it's domino effect. When you how to say, someone gave me some truth, because I knew the new truth, and I just share with that information with others, and then they share with another people. And of course, it's not happening only in Poland. It's happening all over the world. But I don't know. Maybe it's one of the most important things. Just talk with people.
Sure. And would it be? We were talking earlier, Sara and I, and we were talking as well upstairs because you guys have visiting on your holidaying here in Croatia, and we had a lovely meal just now. And you mentioned that it was actually you who woke up first ahead of Sara. And when you woke up and you shared your doubts with Sara, you guys ended up having different sleeping arrangements.
Yes. It was pretty hard time for us.
So, well, talk me through that. What was difficult about it? What's it like to wake up in that situation? I mean, obviously I've done it, but I want to hear what it was like for you.
I didn't want to leave Sara, of course. We are very fitted couple. Yes.
Yeah, you complement each other well.
Yeah. Yes, we complement. Yes. So I showed her one article about cult. It wasn't anti-JW article. It was just about cults, and there was some questions about. It was a kind of test, and you can just check that organization you're in is it a cult. So I just started making that test with Sara, and I told her, look, that point, we are in cult. I don't believe in organization. And if this is a truth, so this is a truth, because there are no, it's not possible to be two truths. There is only one truth. So just check it. And I just go sleep after that quite long conversation. And it was few weeks after that. It was few weeks after that moment that you asked me, because I told her before that I don't believe in, and it was my last way to convince her that we are in a cult. That moment, which was very hard for us, and we slept in another rooms. It was about 2 weeks, I think.
You slept in different rooms for 2 weeks?
I don't remember exactly, but it's something like that.
Wow.
So she told me about separation, about divorcing.
Really? Yeah.
Because she told me that he loved another man. He loved spiritual man, and I am not spiritual man anymore.
Right. So she married a different Edwin.
Yes, she married.
And you were transforming in front of her. Yeah.
So she had to decide that that he wants to be with me, that he wants still be with me. Yes. So it was about 2 weeks, I think. It's a long and short period of time, but I made some tries to convince her that we are in a cult. And as I mentioned, the test, and I watched some materials on YouTube without headphones, with speakers. I wanted he can hear what I'm watching.
She can hear what you're watching.
Yeah. Yes. So then she bring me headphones, put on my head, put jack into the computer, and tell me something like that. I don't want to hear your materials. It's not for me. Something like that. So
the way she described it to me was, Edwin was watching your videos, and so I decided to watch JW Broadcasting. Like a face-off between me and Stephen Lett. Yeah, wow.
So it wasn't easy. So
yeah,
it was really hard for our marriage. But he decided to check her beliefs, and it was one night. Maybe she told you.
So she described waking you up one morning and saying, "You're right. We've been lied to." So what? Talk us through that feeling, because I didn't get that when I was working on Diana. It was such a gradual process that there was no kind of eureka moment where Diana said, "Oh yeah, we were lied to." So I can only imagine how amazing it must be for your wife to wake you up and say, "You're right."
I couldn't believe, because I was not ready for that. So last evening, before that night, when she was checking everything, I told her that I don't believe in organization. I told her I still believe in Jehovah. I still believe in Jesus Christ. So I didn't know what to do with my wife, but I thought we are together. So it was very, very good feeling, because she decided to stay with me. So our love wins once, yes?
Yeah.
So
fantastic. And she's obviously gone on to be quite a kick-ass activist. What was it like when she published a blog article, which was basically her letter of disassociation almost, wasn't it?
She didn't want to publish her article on her blog. I can tell you that I was the reason why she did it, because I pushed on her to do that, because she was scared. She
was approached by the elders, wasn't she? The elders found out about the blog article. Was that stressful for you?
I try to remember. They called me after conversation with Sara, and they told me that we will help you with that situation. You can count of us, and we will. We're going to meet with you soon, and we're going to call to you soon. But they didn't.
Would you have met with them? Would you have been agreeable to meeting with them at that point?
I wanted to talk and just check just check they're going to do what they said.
So you would have been happy to meet with them, but they actually didn't meet with you after the blog article. So they didn't meet with you.
They didn't meet with me anytime. Maybe they forget about us, so about me, because they wanted to help, of course, but they didn't. Maybe they forget. I don't care.
Okay. And you end up getting either disfellowshipped or disassociated because of some labels.
Yes.
So talk us through that.
Yes. They had no reason to disfellowship me. They looked for some reasons, but they didn't find. One day I had an idea to design some stickers and sell them, because we wanted to help people to have meals without disturbs, to have some good.
So basically, you wanted to help people not be disturbed. In their homes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I just designed the labels, and we printed some hundreds the stickers, and we add that product to our online shop, and they found the labels, and they called to me, and one elder said to me, we are very worried about you. We found some bit materials in your website, and we want to talk. As I said, I don't want to talk with you. But then he said, we really help you. We really want to help you. So I asked him, what materials are you talking about? It's that label. So they give me a chance. They tell me a date, and it was, I don't remember, but doesn't matter. Maybe
it was a date for a judicial committee.
No, not yet. It was a date that gave me a time to remove that labels from my shop.
Okay. Yeah.
It was the test of me. And as he said, we want to check, is there any good in your heart? And I said, I think there is not. So you don't have to wait.
You said there's no good in my heart. Good grief.
In their meanings, of course.
Yeah.
So they waited to that date, and they called me maybe 2 days after that date, and they decided to do judicial committee, and of course they warmly invite me. And I said, I don't going to your committee because this is not law. This is not my law anymore. So I just...
You don't recognize their authority, basically. Yeah.
Yes, I don't want to be Jehovah's Witnesses anymore. So take your time, go with your child to walk and do something better than some judicial committee. So they told me that they're going to wait for me, and before that committee, I don't remember, maybe they called to me, and I said I'm not going. So after committee, they just informed me that I'm not Jehovah's Witnesses anymore, and it was something like this.
Have you been shunned as a result of being disfellowshipped?
Yes and no. Because one part of my family still we still have normal contacts, but I didn't have contact with my sister, so it was really hard to me because I can't talk with my sister.
Your sister's still shunning you, is she?
Now situation is little better. We know that my sister my sister watches Sara's Instagram.
Right.
So she's
big on Instagram, isn't she, Sarah?
She's
She's got more followers than me, I notice. So I've got some catching up to do.
How many followers?
I've got something like 2,000 odd. But
she's bigger than you.
She's massive, yeah.
Not much bigger, but you can see who is watching you on your stories.
Yeah.
So we know that she's watching that materials. So Sara sometimes talk about our relations with our sister. She talked about person who is not in contact with us. So we know that she can see that. And Sara talked about how our relation with my sister can look. We can just talk with us, and we can talk without talking about JW. So sometimes we can talk, so it's better, but there is no option to meet with her because her husband is how to say, is very
takes it very seriously.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, well, that's a shame. It must be nice though to see how much work, the work that Sarah's put in with her media appearances. After she did the blog article, she obviously was interviewed on television. It must make you very proud, the work that she's done.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm still very proud of her,
Yeah.
of course, because she let me read some stories which she gave on the email or another way, and there were some stories about people who are very thankful Sara for her work, and some people, I don't remember how many, but there were some women mostly text to Sara that they are not Jehovah's Witnesses now. So I'm very proud of my wife because she is doing good job. Now we just live with our lives, and we cannot do that kind of activism like you. But she did a lot of good work, good job.
Would it be fair to say that you guys have kind of, in a way, moved on with your lives, so that activism hasn't got the same focus that it did have? But when Sara left, it was like a beautiful explosion of activism that has had a big impact in Poland.
Yes, as we talk to each other about that, maybe one of the reason was this, that Sara is a woman, so we are just normal family, and people can see us as a normal family. We are not murderers. We are not thieves or something others like that. We're just normal family, and we love each other. We have great kids, and our lives now are better than before, because we can focus on our lives, instead focus only of the prize of paradise. You know what I mean?
I do.
So,
well, it's been an absolute thrill interviewing you. There is just one final question that I have for you. I have a favour to ask. I'd like you to give a message in Polish to any Jehovah's Witnesses or Jehovah's Witnesses who are maybe starting to have doubts, who might be watching this video. What would be your message to them? You can speak to that camera there.
Okay. It's hard to...
It's hard to do my job.
Yes, it's hard to do your job because it's one message and it's very important.
Okay.
A więc tak, to co mogę powiedzieć to jeśli oglądasz to wideo, to na pewno jesteś tutaj nie bez... być może przez przypadek, ale najprawdopodobniej nie. I to, do czego mogę Cię zachęcić, do tego, żeby z otwartym umysłem analizować w to, co wierzysz i nie bać się sprawdzać, bo jeżeli coś jest prawdą, to na pewno się to obroni, ponieważ prawda może być tylko jedna. Więc ja Ciebie zachęcam do tego, żebyś z otwartym umysłem analizował w to, co wierzysz i ciągle sprawdzał swoje wierzenia i swoje przekonania i próbował szukać odpowiedzi na swoje wątpliwości.
Excellent.
You want translation?
Well, no, because hopefully we'll have subtitles, and I don't want it to repeat it for the viewers. But I did recognize the word jedna, which I think means one, for first.
I didn't understand.
No. So you said jedna.
Jedna?
Yeah. Does that mean one or first?
One of many.
Yeah, good. Because there are similarities with Croatian,
yes.
So I pick up the odd word. Okay. That's my abysmal attempt at showing off over with. But Edwin, absolute thrill to have you on the channel. Thank you for being my second interviewee in the bunker.
Thank you.
I'm just really thrilled at how you and Sarah managed to make it out in one piece as a couple. Obvious that your love for each other couldn't be defeated by a cult. So yes. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And you are one of the reason we are together. We are still together. So your job is very, very good.
Oh, thank
very
you.
important.
I'm very glad to hear that. So viewers, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I know I have. Don't forget to subscribe to the John Seeders channel for more such videos. But for now, thank you so much for watching.